Our action on climate and security has a guiding principle, and this is solidarity, not as a question of charity, but as a question of justice.
It's interesting. My observation here at this fourth edition of the BCSC is that you see progress in terms of content, what we are discussing, and also the kind of commitment that participants and representatives of government make.
Implementing global commitments is key to tackling this climate crisis and its implications for peace and security.
We think it's time, I think we all think it's time to move from studies, from discussion into action. And that's why we need this Climate for Peace initiative.
What we would like to see as concrete solutions from this meeting we are having here in Germany is to see that the governments involved will try and seek solutions from the reality of our countries.
The money has to follow our intentions and our words. And that money spent on that peace project will save us all the money spent on weapons and other ways of trying to defend the world.
When you're planning climate security assessments, try and ensure as much diversity as possible. Try and speak to as many different groups as possible, even if that means that people from minority groups are overrepresented in the sample. From a conflict analysis point of view, that's really important, and you end up finding things that you wouldn't know if you had just relied on the conversations that you have with those in power or those who are the dominant group.
I don't think trying to resuscitate environmental degradation is the issue. Climate financing is more the issue. And I think doing it in a conflict-sensitive manner, in a way that it doesn't ignite more conflicts than it's trying to solve, is more the issue.
We have to think beyond the nation state. We have to think much more at the sub-national and cross-national level at the same time, because these are how risks interact. We have to think beyond just state-based approach, so we have to engage in partnerships with private sector, civil society, governments. We know all this a lot more.
My plea as a Southern African, is we ought to draw on what has been said today and what we're going to hear for the remainder of this Berlin Climate Security Conference to actually do something about it.
Yesterday, I know I had a number of conversations with governments of, okay, what are the types of projects that are needed to bring those together and then to look at how to scale those up. So I think whether you're a research institution or a government or an NGO, I think the concrete next steps now are to get to work.